Resolution number 24-144, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
Go ahead.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second, discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 24-144. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Okay. We're out of executive session, and I believe we got 2 minutes, so before we can deal with the first viewing, so just bear with us.
Did you want any commissioner comments, or?
We can do that, or we do have a piece of business. Are we ready to go ahead and do that, or you want to?
We can do that.
Why don't we go ahead
Let's do the
Okay.
Let's go ahead and
business.
get that done.
Yeah.
Good, the Disney, all right, let's make sure I got the right number. 1, 4, 5. Resolution number 24-145, in the matter of appointing a member to the Delaware County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second, discussion.
I think we ought to make sure we get the name right in the resolution.
Did-
I believe it will be Michael Fulton,
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
and he
Okay.
will be serving a term for December 31st of 2024.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just quick comment. I mean, we interviewed 2 outstanding candidates and had to make a decision, and that's what this resolution does. But again, I think Michael will do a great job on the DD board. They've got some significant, strategic issues coming up, and I think he'll be a good leader for that board.
And I know he had a lot of tech experience too, which DD really could use, especially with their interfacing on all these issues with the state and all these new tech programs that the state is coming up with, so. But, oh boy, what a difficult decision this was. We had 2 excellent candidates, as you said.
Yeah, the other candidate, who I won't mention by name, but he knows who he is. These were 2 exceptional candidates, and I think the thing we always get amazed by over and over, the quality of people in this county who are willing to step up and serve. And I cannot think of a better example than these 2 that we just went through, and the difficulty it was choosing between the 2 for one opening. Either one of them would have been exceptional, and so with that, I will call for the vote.
Vote on motion 24-145. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you. I think it is now after 10 o'clock, so we can proceed with the first viewing. And let me kind of go over how we will proceed today. And so the first viewing is, bear with me a second, is for warrants number 459, drainage improvement petition. And we're going to be dealing with that today, February 22nd, 2024. And this is the process we'll use today. The board is back in session. And all those who are here regarding the petition, thank you for being here. I am Gary Merrill. I'm the board chair this year. To my right is our vice chair, Barb Lewis, and to my left is fellow commissioner Jeff Fenton. And today's viewing of the proposed improvements areas taking place at the office of the Board of County Commissioners, and with the use of video technology to review the area. Frankly, which we have found to be much more productive than going out to the sites. It's been much better, get a much clearer view. A video will be available to gain an overview of the project limits and specific areas. There is no testimony or decisions that are going to be made today, and I want to emphasize that. This is a way for the board to become familiar with the area, so we will be in a better position to evaluate it when we have our first hearing. The first hearing on the petition is scheduled for Monday, May 20th, 2024 at 10 o'clock. At the hearing, we will hear a report from the engineer's office on the petition, and that is also the time for landowner testimony for or against the petition. When it is time for landowners to point out the drainage concerns in the area, we will work our way through the participants. As a reminder, this is not the time for testimony. But if there's something you want us to make note of or be aware of that we might have overlooked, this is the time to do that. I will now turn the proceedings over to Brett Bacon with Soil and Water Conservation. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Merrill. Brett Bacon, Deputy Administrator, Delaware Soil and Water Conservation District. I will start the video. The video will start where you see the number 34 on the map. This will be the downstream ending point of the project, and will follow more or less the black and yellow line ending at the railroad. And this is following the path of the existing subsurface drainage tile as best as we can determine it. Let me get that full screen. There we go. Okay.
Brett, if there's anything you want to point out as we go through it.
I will. You can more or less make out the path of the tile. It would be the lighter streak in the field there. The wetness in that area would indicate possibly some need for surface drainage improvements. Tile's taking a turn to the south here, and then it will turn back to the east. Again, the lighter streak there on the right side of the screen. And I would say without the benefit of, a lot of on-site investigation or prep work, this, at first glance, appears to be a pretty typical request for surface and subsurface drainage improvements that usually comes before the board. I don't think there's anything out of the ordinary here that.
What time of year was it when the drought?
This was flown just after the first of the year.
Okay,
I can't tell you the exact date,
Sure,
but
sure,
it was
that's
just
fine.
after
Yeah.
New Year's.
the
Yep.
season.
Yep.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
within the last 6
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah,
There's a number of petitioners, but I really didn't see any homes or anything, it's mainly the fields. Do you have any observations or comments on that, or?
Yeah, I think this is more or less an agricultural petition. Obviously, there's some home sites in the watershed, but the request is more agriculturally based, as I understand it.
Yeah, Brad, honestly, I didn't see what we often see, and that are blowouts
Yeah.
and so on.
I think there's been, based on conversations that I've had, there's been some pretty significant tile replacement in the upstream portion of that flight path. I think it's that downstream portion where you saw it going through the woods that obviously tile through woods tends to get root clogged, and my guess is that's where we're gonna find the majority of the problems. And this would be one where I have to anticipate that the first hearing report may acknowledge that, should we find that, the portions of the tile are good, we would consider taking those on maintenance as is. But that's all part of, our investigation work as we get past the first hearing and into engineering design.
Okay, any other questions from the board members? Do you have anything else to add?
No.
Is there anybody that's a landowner or represented by an attorney that, in this area, that would like to speak or point out something that we may have missed? Again, no testimony today, it's just a matter of saying, I want to make sure you notice this, or I noticed that. That's the purpose of today. So is there anyone who has any comments?
I'm Doug Dawson, Bowtown Road. we farm the property, the majority of the property this goes across and quite a bit of the watershed. I'm just pointing out, a portion of this tile will go under the new road that the county is going to connect from Bowtown over to 36. So I'm sure they're taking all that into consideration down the road, but trying to alleviate doing the project twice.
Yeah.
Is
Good
that a
point.
nod, affirmation, or you want to say something? Thank you, Mr. Dawson.
Yeah. Yes, as the board's aware, and I'm sure many of the landowners are aware, we have a very close relationship with the county engineer's office, and will certainly, that will certainly be an item of discussion as we move into the engineering part of the project.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else who wants to comment and point out anything they think would be of help to us as we move forward to the first hearing? If not, then this viewing is closed, and we'll look forward to seeing you on May 20th. Thank you. So we have some time now to do Commissioner comments.
Commissioner comments?
Commissioner Whitten.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. I have just a couple things. We've got, next couple days will be full of things, activities as always. The Central Valley Youth Center meeting is this afternoon, rescheduled from last week. And I know Commissioner Merrill had it on his calendar for last week, but
And they got
when
changed.
it got changed, he's not going to be able to make it. But, you know, again, things are okay there, so we'll have that meeting this afternoon. Then mock convention, Ohio Wesleyans, every 4-year political convention for the party that's not in the White House. This year, obviously, it's going to be a Republican convention then. And it's taken in the right vein. It's to educate about what conventions do and how the political parties operate and nominate and so on. And, you know, 8 years ago when I participated, they had a good time with it. They didn't take it too seriously, and but did a real nice job. So anyway, that's today and tomorrow, and I think Commissioner Merrill and I are both speaking at it. And it'd be really, it's just fun, and it's a nice event, good way to build a rapport with the High Wesleyan and their students and help them learn about our political system. Then I did go to the State of the City last Thursday. Delaware City did their State of the City. It was very well done. As, you know, and this is Tom Homan's last State of the City, since he'll be retiring this summer. But again, they did a nice job and got a lot of good things going on, so it was good, very well attended as well. And so I want to thank the city and Tom in particular, for doing a really nice job with their annual State of the City at the Chamber event. That's all I got.
Okay, Commissioner Lewis.
That it was Tom Holman's last State of the City, and he did a great job, as he always does. So just wanted to mention, as I did before, that we were able to ask our National Association of Counties to include our Director of Emergency Management on the Justice and Public Safety Steering Committee. He was chosen, and he wrote me a nice email, which I want to read. He said, and it was very helpful having him there. He was with several FEMA people from Ohio and then all other states and also nationally. And there were a few items, too, resolutions that we passed that were FEMA related. So that was helpful too with his knowledge. And he mentioned in this email to me, one of the highlights was on Monday. I stayed back after the disaster resilience session and talked with the director of FEMA's Office of Rural Advocacy for a while. I'm hoping to invite her to an upcoming emergency management conference in Ohio to talk more about what her office is able to do for rural counties across the state. And then he just said, overall, I really enjoyed the conference and learned a lot. So, and he stayed an extra day too. So he actually drove back and forth. So good for him. But he did a great job. Very diligent in his attendance too. That's it.
I don't have a lot to add. I think we were all in attendance last year for the State of the City, and again, it was Tom's swan song.
Mm-hmm.
And Commissioner Lewis and I were both at the Area 18 opioid
Oh, that's right.
meeting last night, and
I forgot.
and that went for about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes, and we're making progress, and more to come on that. The mock convention would be my first. I'm gonna make a point, I've got an event Friday night that will preclude me from being there for the whole event, I'll miss the dinner. But I will be there, I wanna go by there just to see how it's set up, so I'll make an appearance in the first hour and kind of get a view of how it's gonna work, because the next morning I will be speaking, and I look forward to it, and I think it's gonna be a fun 2 days. And I really don't have anything else, we cannot start till 10:30, so without objection, we will recess till 10:30.